everyone, I'm Noel Foy. Today we are going to talk about anxiety. Is anxiety bossing you around and telling you you can't handle or do certain things? If so, get ready to talk back to anxiety and tell it who's boss. Everyone worries from time to time. Kids, teens, adults, and when we worry too much, it gets in the way of us having fun or doing what we love. So let's learn how to talk back to anxiety and show it who's boss with 3 steps. Accept, breathe, and change. I wrote this book, ABC Worry Free, in response to the spike we're seeing in anxiety. And in the book, Max deals with anxiety by learning the ABC strategy. So first, Max, number 1, had to accept how he feels. Max was afraid of bees, and he was thinking that if he ever went outside again, he would get stung. But it was stopping him from getting outside and having fun with his friends. Your worry might be telling you that you're afraid of dogs or bees or germs or sleepovers or trying out for a team or taking a test or making mistakes, and it might be bossing you around. So whatever your worries, accept them versus dismissing them or judging yourself for those feelings. Step 2 is to breathe slow and deep. In the story, Max learned how to take slow, deep breaths. He liked the pizza breath. Step 3, change your thinking. In the book, Max had to shift his thinking from being afraid to go outside to focusing on how much fun he was going to have by playing outside with his friends again. And you can make this shift in your thinking too. So I think it will help if I show you some examples of the ABC worry strategy. So here's how I've used the ABC strategy for myself. I start at step 1, accept how you feel. My anxiety is telling me mistakes and failures are bad and to be avoided. This worried thought activates stress chemicals that affect how my body feels. I might notice a stomach ache, headache, tightness in my chest, or fast heartbeat. Right when I notice these changes in my body, I start step 2, breathe slow and deep. I like to do belly breathing, and as I inhale and exhale, I think thoughts like, may I relax? May I be kind to myself? This helps my nervous system calm down so I can reset and remind myself I'm not perfect. Next, at step 3, change your thinking. This is where I talk back to worry. Instead of thinking that mistakes and failures are bad and to be avoided, I shift to a more productive thought. Mistakes and failure are part of the learning process, and learning from them will help me take my skills to a new level. This kind of thinking helps me be more comfortable with mistakes and keeps my mind and body in a good state to learn or do whatever I need them to. Here's an example that focuses on performance fear, which is something many of my students experience. You might worry about this too. So, accept how you feel. Anxiety is saying, I'm afraid I won't do well on a test. Or maybe it's you're worried about, I won't do well in a game, or at a tryout, or during a speech. When you think this worried thought, you might notice a rapid heartbeat, a stomach ache, headache, or you might clench your teeth, or fist, or feel fidgety. To help you reset and feel calmer, start step 2. Breathe slow and deep. Many of my students like 4-6 breathing, where you inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 6 seconds. Let's try that together. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. At step 3, change your thinking. Talk back to worry. Instead of thinking you won't perform well, you can shift your thinking to, I know you want me to avoid hard situations, but I'm going to be brave and step in anyway. This kind of thinking helps the mind and body stay in better states, so you can remember what you've learned for the test, execute plays in games or tryouts, or deliver a speech well. This next example helps many of my students who don't think they're good at math. You might be worried about this too. Or maybe you feel you're not good at writing, reading, sports, or music. You can apply this example to anything you don't think you're very good at. Remember, you might not be good at it yet, but will be someday. At step 1, accept how you feel. My students' anxiety is telling them, I can't handle math. And your anxiety might be saying something like this too. When you think in this way, you might notice those changes in your body we talked about in the previous examples. So start step 2, breathe slow and deep. Some of my students like to do the pizza breath from ABC Worry Free, but you can do any of your favorite breathing practices as long as you exhale longer than you inhale. This helps your nervous system calm down so you can reset and think clearly again. Next, at step 3, change your thinking. This is when you talk back to worry. Instead of thinking I can't handle math, you can shift your thinking to learning isn't always quick and easy. I'll stick with the work even when it's hard and ask for help when needed. This perspective helps you be more comfortable with challenges and keeps your mind and body in a good state so you can learn and get the work done. Now it's your turn. Apply the ABC strategy to your worries. Learning the ABC strategy will take a little bit of practice and effort, just like anything else does when you're learning a new skill. Use this strategy anytime, any place to talk back to worry so it doesn't boss you around and keep you from doing things that you love or want to do. I'm so grateful that you joined me today. It's great to practice this strategy together. And remember, stress less, enjoy more. See you soon.